You crack open your eyes on Yautja Prime, and the first thing you notice is that everyone around you is massive. Your siblings tower over you. The adults? Forget about it. You're the smallest hatchling in your clan's history, and your father, Nyor, the clan leader himself, takes one look at you and his mandibles twitch in what can only be described as disgust. Great start to life, buddy. Welcome to the family. From day one, you're not just small, you're a problem. Your father doesn't even try to hide his disappointment. While your siblings are wrestling and practicing their roars, you're struggling to keep up with basic training. The other young Yautja push you around during sparring sessions. And the adults? They don't even bother learning your name. To them, you're just the runt, the weak one, the mistake. But here's the thing. You've got an older brother named Quay, and he actually treats you differently. While everyone else is busy pretending you don't exist, Quay shows you hunting techniques and teaches you how to hold your own in a fight. One day, when you're both still young, something goes horribly wrong during a training exercise. An explosive device malfunctions, and Quay's about to get blasted into next week. You don't think, you just move. You shove him out of the way, and the blast sends you tumbling. When the dust settles, you've saved his life, but one of your lower tusks is broken, chipped clean off at the end. Quay picks you up, checks to make sure you're okay, and from that moment on, you're not just his little brother. You're his brother who saved his life. Years pass. You grow, but not enough. You're still smaller than everyone else. You're still the runt. And oh, did I mention you're also blind in one eye? Yeah, nature really went all out making sure you had every disadvantage possible. Your vision's messed up from birth, so while other Yautja have perfect depth perception and can spot prey from ridiculous distances, you're squinting and compensating every single day. One morning you wake up feeling different. You're finally ready. Ready to prove yourself. Ready to earn your place in the clan. You travel to a desert wasteland on Yautja Prime to meet Quay, and you find him waiting in a cave. He challenges you to a sparring match, and you hold your own. Actually, you do better than hold your own. When it's over, Quay invites you onto his ship. This is it. This is your moment. You're about to plan your first hunt, the one that'll make you blooded, the one that'll finally make your father see you as more than a disappointment. You stare at the star maps, considering your options. Small prey? Easy hunting grounds? No. That won't cut it. If you're going to prove yourself, you need to go big. Massive. Legendary. So you pick Genna, the deadliest planet in the entire universe. Your prey? The Kalisk. An unkillable creature that even your father fears. Quay looks at you and warns you that failing a hunt means death. You promise him you won't fail. But before you can leave, your father shows up. Nyor strides into the ship, and for a second, you think maybe he's come to wish you luck. Maybe he's finally going to acknowledge you. Then he activates an energy beam device that locks you in place, and you realize what's actually happening. Your father ordered your execution. He decided you're too weak to live, and he's commanded Quay to kill you. Your own brother, the one whose life you saved. You beg. You plead. You ask for mercy. But your father stays silent. Quay tells you to be brave. You close your eyes and accept your fate. Except death doesn't come. What happens next isn't entirely clear. But somehow, you survive. Maybe Quay couldn't go through with it. Maybe something interrupted the execution. All you know is you wake up on a ship headed to Guenna. Alone. You crash land in a forest on Guenna, and immediately you understand why this place has a reputation. The planet itself wants you dead. Vines shoot out from the trees and wrap around your limbs, dragging you down. They're not just plants. They're aggressive, almost intelligent. One vine coils around your arm and squeezes so hard you think the bone might crack. You lose your bow in the struggle. Using your plasma sword, you hack and slash, keeping the murderous vegetation at bay long enough to spot a ledge. You climb one of the vines and leap, barely making it out of the forest's reach. Your arm's injured, your weapons are scattered, and you're only 5 minutes into your hunt. You push forward across an open field, and that's when you discover Guenna's second favorite way to kill visitors. The ground is covered in plants that look harmless until you step too close. Then they explode. Thorns shoot out in every direction, and you're running, dodging, trying not to get turned into a pincushion. You don't succeed. Several thorns pierce your hide, and within seconds, you feel the poison spreading through your system. Your legs go numb. You collapse. And circling overhead is a flying creature that looks absolutely thrilled to have found an easy meal. Just as you're about to become lunch, something unexpected happens. A figure appears. It's a synthetic. A human-looking android with glowing eyes and an oddly cheerful expression. She introduces herself as Thea, and she saves your life by driving off the flying creature. She offers you a deal. She'll guide you through Genna's nightmares if you protect her in return. You're in no position to argue, you agree. Now, here's where things get weird. Thea doesn't have legs that work properly, so you end up carrying her on your back. That's right. You, a proud Yautja warrior on the deadliest hunt of your life, are now hauling around a synthetic backpack. Quay kept a toy you gave him as a kid, and now you're a pack mule for a robot. The universe has a sick sense of humor, but Thea proves useful. She knows Guenna's patterns. She warns you about the acid pools that bubble up from underground. She points out the predators before they spot you. And slowly, painfully, you make progress deeper into the planet's hostile terrain. Your equipment is top-notch. You've got your wrist blades, your plasma sword, a grapple gun, cryo grenades, and a combistic. You even picked up some of Genna's native items along the way. There's a bone bison fang you're using as a backup weapon, some razor grass that works as a makeshift blade, and even an explosive grub you're saving for a special occasion. Days pass. You encounter more dangers. There are pools of liquid that melt through your armor. There are creatures that hunt in packs and show no fear. At one point, you have to cross a canyon using your grapple gun while Thea clings to your back, offering unhelpful commentary about how far the drop is. Thanks, Thea. Really needed that. But you're learning. You're adapting. Every encounter makes you sharper. Every near-death experience teaches you something new, and you realize something surprising. You're good at this. Not despite being a runt, but maybe because of it. You've spent your whole life being underestimated. You've learned to use every advantage, every trick, every desperate tactic. While other Yautja rely on brute strength, you've mastered strategy. Finally, after what feels like weeks of torture, you pick up the trail, the Kalisk, the unkillable beast your father fears. You follow its tracks through a scorched wasteland, past the bones of creatures that tried and failed to bring it down. Thea runs a scan and informs you that Weyland-Yutani Corporation has sent synthetic forces to capture the creature for their own purposes. Just what you needed. Competition from a mega-corporation with unlimited resources. You press on. You have to. This is your last chance. Your first hunt and your last chance to prove you deserve to exist. The tagline of your life, really. You spot the Kalisk in the distance. It's massive. It's terrifying. And it's looking right at you. You activate your cloak. You steady your breathing. You grip your plasma sword. Thea whispers tactical advice from your back. And for a moment, you almost laugh at the absurdity of it all. You're a half-blind runt with a robot strapped to your shoulders, about to fight an unkillable monster on the deadliest planet in the universe because your father tried to have you executed. The Kalisk charges. You dive to the side, roll, and come up swinging. Your blade connects, and the creature roars. It's not invincible. It's just really, really hard to kill. You deploy a cryo grenade, freezing one of its limbs. You use your grapple gun to swing around its massive body, striking from angles it can't defend. Thea's feeding you real-time data about weak points and attack patterns. The fight is brutal. You're bleeding. Your armor's cracked. But you're still standing. And slowly, impossibly, you're winning. You drive your combistic deep into the creature's hide, and it staggers. One more strike. One more perfect hit, and you'll have done the impossible. Just as you're about to deliver the killing blow, Thea points out that a Weyland-Yutani dropship is landing nearby. They're coming for the Kalisk. They're coming for your kill. So now you have to decide. Finish the hunt and deal with the synthetics? Or grab the kill and run? You glance at Thea on your back. She shrugs. Your call, backpack boy. Wait, did she just make a joke? Your robot guide just mocked you. At the worst possible moment, you can't help it, you laugh. Here you are, covered in alien blood, half dead, carrying a sarcastic synthetic, about to either claim the greatest trophy in Yautja history or get vaporized by corporate commandos. And, honestly, after everything you've been through, this is still better than being home.